Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack bringing you some live tournament action in ALT-Jun. That is the All-League tournament. We are going to be watching BrDes up against Hulkster on Tal'Darim Altar LE. And I've got a very special treat for you, ladies and gentlemen. We have my very good friend Shakoi here with us today, making waves in the ladder lately, I hear. Shakoi, you want to say something about that?
Yeah, I'm definitely improving, and I got to give a shout out to Hulkster, who is a bronze level. So I mean, he's low just like me, trying to learn as much as he possibly can.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, since obviously Shakoi is going to be a little bit modest, he just started playing exactly 1 month ago today, I understand. Is that right?
That's correct.
1 month ago, and he was started out in Silver League. That's what I did as well. First time playing, and now he's moved up to Gold League, so very pleased for that. 1 month later, it's pretty good, and quite honestly, I'd say he's going to be in the Gold League for a very short period of time. At least we hope so. But so this matchup, it is Bronze versus Gold. But you've been working with Hulkster, Shakoi, so I mean, tell us a little bit about his playstyle, and then I'll tell you a little bit what I know about BrDes.
Well, already I can see completely new player here. I already knew that he was going to be on top of his probe count, but it seems the suggestions that I gave him last night, be on top of what probe count you actually have, be on top of your mineral line, and make sure their timings are right. He did his pylon at the right time. He did his gateway at the right time, and he's a little late on that gas, but it's not too far behind.
Right.
So I mean, he's already improved in the basics of what I saw him do yesterday, so he should already be happy, even though I'm sure he's very nervous.
Yeah, I can't blame him. But it is neat. I love that he's such a new player and is willing to go headlong into a tournament where there are master level players, vying for $100 prize pool plus the knife. And I think it's pretty neat. I mean, and so I understand that he's got a couple clanmates, one of which he is related to in a very special way. So we'll give a shout out to them. Do you know much about that?
Yeah, actually, I think they're all pretty much friends. But one thing, again, I didn't know that Hulkster and Ali are actually a couple. They actually play and yell at each other in the same house when they play each other. So that's very funny and interesting. And the fact that Ali is a girl is even better, because that means that both guys and girls can play in this tournament.
Yep. Pretty fun stuff. So really excited. No, it looks as though his build order is exactly what it needs to be. It looks like he did get supply block there for just a moment. Was late on that second pylon though. But
Interesting.
Other than that, pretty good.
BrDes, he came into the base. He didn't hardly do any scouting. He just saw what looks to be, well, I don't know if he even knows what that is, but I'm assuming he'll think it's a core and a pylon. That's it. He doesn't know gas-wise, but it looks like he's coming back in right now to check.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, his scouting is not top-notch at this point. I think he's focusing on a lot of what's going on in his base, which there really isn't tons going on. He does have the one gas. He does have his orbital command up, so that's pretty good. Getting concussive shells research right now. But his scouting SCV did go down to that Zealot.
It'll be interesting. I don't know if BrDes is playing that well right now. The concussive shell is definitely going to help.
Yeah.
However, if this 4-gate is done correctly, he should have enough zealots to deal with that initial marauder, because he doesn't have a lot of gas, so it's not like he's going to be able to pump out a ton of marauders off the bat.
Right.
So that'll be interesting to see. Again, the timing for any 4-gate should be around 7 minutes, so we'll see how close he can get to that, because if it is close to 7, that will be a very good timing push for Hulkster to take the win.
Yep. Oh, get out of there, probe! That probe does go down, so that was a big loss there for Hulkster. Now he can't get his forward pylon in the time that he needs, but he is only on 3 gates right now, and his cybernetics core is complete, so I think he may have, unless he's planning on expanding, maybe he changed his strategy.
No, I just think he's... what is he doing? What is he doing?
They are not on attack move, and the probe did go down again. So
what he should be doing right now is he should be getting his gates up to warp gate,
Yep.
This will be interesting. He needs to make more probes. I don't think he's doing this correctly, but that's fine. You know, he's a learning player. I think he can learn from this and go, what did I do wrong this time?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, he's only got 18 probes, so he's down. I would say usually you want to have at least 19 probes for a 4-gate. Look at that. There goes another probe out trying to get down a forward pylon. Looks like he's going to stick to this 4-gate push, though. I mean, I don't blame him. It's still only at the 7-minute mark, so he did a good job chrono boosting out that warp gate technology. And I think it'll just come down to, oh, if he can keep a probe alive for half a second.
He should. I mean, he literally just needs to go in and push right now.
Yeah, his window will close very, very shortly.
He's building another gate. He should be getting another gas, and he should be building some probes.
Yep.
Especially that if you're gonna keep sending probes off the mineral line to go do this push, you're losing mineral income.
That's right. Yeah, that is a little painful to watch that, but you know, I mean, we have to give him some credit. He is still learning the build in general, but I'd say all in all pretty successful. Especially because you have to take into account this is a tournament. The nerves are a little bit more on end once you're in a tournament as opposed to just a regular ladder game or a fun game or a learning game with buddies, you know what I mean? But I'd say that his window is going to close here probably in the next 60 seconds, so needs to get that force in there. He's definitely slightly ahead at this point.
Okay, so I like this. He's going to build his pylon right at that hilltop, which means he's going to send his guys up around. By the time those pylons get there, he should be able to get zealots if he pushes, but he's going to back out.
And his window is definitely about to close. There's, and the stim going down.
Don't retreat.
I think BrDes is definitely going to be taking this. Take a look at units lost. So Hulkster really, really losing a lot of units there. He's going to run. Oh, look at this. He's trying to get around here, get up onto the high ground, I'm guessing.
So he can probably get zealots. Oh, well, maybe he's not. He should be doing that.
Yeah, he should be doing that, trying to get some zealots in on the high ground. These guys are not going to fare very well. I would rather see him trying to snipe SCVs than trying to snipe a supply depot at this point. But BrDes in a very commanding position. Go ahead. I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, that's fine. Something that I would recommend doing if he watches this later on. He got on the high ground. Great. That's awesome. Yep. What can I do because I'm obviously outnumbered marauder-wise? Build zealots.
Yep.
Send the zealots to the mineral line. That will take out SCVs. Yeah, everything's eventually going to die, but you slow down your opponent.
Right. And now he's in a position where he's got to do a lot to come back in this match instead of a little.
He needs to build a lot of sentries, and he needs to play very well defensively. Depending on what BrDes does, I don't know if he can actually do that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a long road to hoe here if he needs, to come back in this matchup, and it looks like BrDes is sensing that. He's keeping his army placed pretty far forward, and looks like he may even choose to move in here. And with stim and concussive shells, man, he's going to be pretty brutal adversary, I think, at this point.
Well, I mean, I can honestly say, the money economy-wise is definitely a problem. He notices, like, for example, he noticed he had a gas built. He didn't have any guys in his gas. He should have had that gas way earlier in the game. As far as a recommendation to him, if your 4-gate fails, you need to continue to restart your probe production.
Right.
So, at the 7-minute marker, if he'd failed that attack, he needs to go back to hitting 5 and E, and he needs to have just an expand. He shouldn't be sitting there with 6 gates and a robo.
Right. Yep, I agree. And I would say that at this point, there's almost no way to come back, barring some very insane micro. That is just way too many marauders to have in your base. And I believe, there's the GG right there from Hulkster. So, pretty good game. BrDes definitely showing, that he deserved that win, I'd say. But hopefully in game 2, we'll see a little bit more fireworks from Hulkster. He can get that build down a little bit better.
I'll give him props. Good game to BrDes. I mean, I don't know if he necessarily is that good of a player, but good enough, I would say. I mean, that was
Yeah.
kind of an ugly build, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, definitely, I'd say gold is appropriate level for him at this point, but he definitely proved that that he deserved that win with some of that
if
micro. So
if I had to recommend a couple things, I mean, don't send your guys on a rally to Red's base if you're not going to pay attention, because
yeah,
he kept sending waves and waves of his guys
yeah,
to do nothing. They were
yeah.
just getting picked off.
Yep,
So,
that's right. Well, let's wrap this video up real quick. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys watching on YouTube. Come out and check the live streams at justin.dv /NACSC2. That's KNACKSC2. Hope to see you guys there. We'll see you guys next time.